Right, it's loaded and I'm ready to go. Whew. Here we go. Come on. Sometimes the Bluetooth takes a while to connect. So one of the things I was thinking of putting in to this as I go is a thing that says how many kilometers I've got left to do in my trip. You can see I've got one down there that shows how many I've done, but I want to see how much I've got left. So I'll put that in. It'll be a depressingly big number right now, but it'll be nice to see that getting smaller as I get closer to the end. I'm going to try and go a little bit faster today because I was going a bit too slow yesterday because I didn't make my 9 kilometers. Google says this is an 86-hour journey if I'm doing 18 kilometers an hour. So that's my target, 18k an hour on average. One of the problems with the panoramas is you can see that everything's made up of big flat billboards. And that's to do with the data. They obviously want to try and compress the data as much as possible to keep everybody's downloads fast. But I presume that when they captured the panoramas on the Google cars, they had full depth data. They would have captured everything at the correct depth. But then they've compressed them down to about 100 flat billboards or planes for each panorama. And this keeps the data right down. But unfortunately it has this horrible side effect of making everything look flat. But it's convincing enough. It still feels like I'm somewhere. I'm noticing sometimes it happened just back there. The little Bluetooth cadence monitor I'm using sometimes goes really slow. I don't know why. It thinks my RPM drops right down. Guy on a bike. Hello. This is quite nice. It does feel like I'm cycling in amongst the trees. On the flat screen, it probably doesn't look as impressive, but it does feel in these goggles. It feels quite like I'm somewhere. Oh, good God. Right, so it's missing quite a few panoramas between that bit back there. I'll try and improve that as I go. I don't know if the panoramas are missing or if I'm just not downloading them properly. Oops. Ah! My head! I did just over 8 kilometers yesterday. I'm hoping to do a bit more, but today I should end up in my first town. I'll be passing through Penzance, which is I think it's the westernmost town in the place. All I know about Penzance is it's famous for being the birthplace of Humphrey Davy, who was a famous chemist, and it's been likened to Slough. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think my journey takes me along the waterfront. of the town, so that should be nice. Yesterday, one of the problems I had trying to get it to work, which failed, was that it was trying to take me, because I've asked Google to give me directions for cycling rather than driving. It says it's okay for me to go onto cycle tracks, obviously, but of course there's no panoramas on cycle tracks, so I had to avoid these by putting in waypoints. Otherwise, you won't see anything for however long the cycle track is. In this case, it was about 1 kilometre, which would be pretty boring. Ah, my God. Because obviously this is really interesting, watching me do this. I've got an irritating flicker in front of me all the time. The panorama is like a big sphere that surrounds me. And the sphere is made of strips that go from the top of the sphere all the way down to the bottom. It's like lots of strips, like a beach ball or something. And each strip is deformed out to the depth. Oh, that's nice. Each strip gets deformed to the depth of whatever the Google car recorded the depth at. But it creates the sphere out of the strips from the front all the way around me, all the way back round to the front. And so where it starts and ends is overlapping slightly. So sometimes I get this oh, there we go, my Bluetooth stopped. Sometimes you get this horrible flicker where the two halves of the sphere touch each other. I'll see if I can get rid of that. It's starting to fog up again. Yesterday I ordered some stuff you spray on your screen, on your lenses before you start exercising to stop them fogging up. I think divers use them for their diving masks and what have you. So we'll see if that does the trick. You can see some of these panoramas coming up, jumping all over the place. I'm going to turn very sharply here. Land's End. Been there. It's 15 minutes coming up. Actually, that can't be right. Oh, I think that was the timer's kicked off when. But yeah, the timer's kicked off when all the data's finished loading in, but not when I actually start cycling. I'll fix that as well. One of the things I plan on putting in at some point on my blog site, my blog web page, one of the things I plan on putting in on my blog page is a live map. So you can see where I am. I spoke about this last time. You can see where I am on the map as I'm cycling. But something else occurred to me. This has been written in Unity, this lap that I'm running. So there's no reason why I couldn't create an HTML5 version of this and embed that into the blog page and actually update what I'm seeing live. Wouldn't that be a treat? I'm going to get in the habit of turning my head a bit more slowly, because when I reviewed the video from the first day, the camera's shaking wildly all over the place, so I'm going to try and turn my head a bit more slowly so you can actually see what I'm seeing properly. Oh, these are nice. Oh, confused. Oh, oh, I feel sick. Yay, downhill. I think we must be coming up to Penzance pretty soon. Uphill. Just seeing it being uphill makes it feel harder, even though it's not. I think Google must have a policy of photographing on really nice days, because it always makes Britain look lovely. It's very rare you get a miserable looking panorama. I like the contrast of the shadows and the bright sun. Nice. One thing I realized after spending half an hour on it on the first day, I reviewed the first video I recorded, and it's surprising how dreamlike it is viewing it through the goggles. When you see it on the screen, it's just kind of flat and boring. When you got the goggles on, everything feels kind of a bit muddy and a bit blurrier, so it has this kind of dreamlike quality. I has a really hard time making flat, oh my god, making flat billboards out of lumpy things like trees. Very nice houses around here. Well, they look nice through my goggles anyway. Maybe they're horrible. Maybe I should do a rating thing on my blog. My favourite houses. I'll do the worst ones as well, just for a laugh. Oh, going off-road. Uh-oh. That was weird. It's like I was sinking into the grass there. Oh, we're turning. This is the turn off for Penzance. I think Wikipedia said Penzance has got a population of 21,000, something like that. That's where all the pirates come from. Whoa, I'm flying. It's like E.T. Whee! So one of the things I've not done in this is accounted for hills. All of these white boxes above me are all on a flat plane, but the photographs that go with them are taken on an incline. So sometimes you'll come up to a hill and the boxes won't match. So that's why it'll look like sometimes I'm sinking into the ground or rising off of it. I'll maybe fix that, but it doesn't really change it a lot. It still feels like I'm going up and down a hill. Looks like we're coming up to some houses, I think. It's hard to make out. Maybe not. Oh, there we are. Welcome to Penzance, I guess. According to Wikipedia, Penzance is also made up of a number of surrounding villages, one of which is called Mousehole. Which I thought was nice. I can't imagine how that conversation went down though at the council planning meetings. Whew. I'm starting to get sweaty. Nobody's ever going to use these goggles again, aside from me. There's the beach. Now I think there must be... I think the Gear VR must slowly lose its orientation over time. I'm not sure. But I'm sure I'm having to turn my head slightly to the left now to go forwards. Anyway, I put in a a feature that I can just tap the touchpad and it will realign like that. Particularly handy when you first start, because when you plug in the phone, you could be facing anyway. It's fine when you're standing up, but when you're on a bike, you have to face a particular way. It's funny, I get so sucked into the feeling of being somewhere. I want to turn the handlebars and steer around where I want to go and be nosy. Yeah, like all towns in Britain, or anywhere I suppose, it's got good bits and not so good bits. Oh my god, I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, little roundabouts aren't so much fun in VR. There's the beach. What a lovely day. I feel quite hot in the sun. Amusements? I love amusements. I think this was a beach holiday resort at some point, but it kind of died out or something. Maybe it's still good. Who can tell? Oh, sweat's getting in my eyes now. That stings. I can't wipe it off. Maybe I'll have to put some swimming goggles under these goggles. Right, it says 31 minutes, but I'm going to wait till I get to 17 kilometers, so that would be 9 Ks I've done today, which is my quota. Hopefully that should put me just the other side of the town centre. When I'm done, I'm going to have 86 hours of video to review. I wonder if anybody is going to watch it all. I'm not sure where the public cycle path would have taken me that I've had to avoid. It's somewhere around here. Boat shed. I wonder what they got in there. Yeah. Oh, the sweat. It stings. Going over a bridge. It's my first bridge, I think. No, maybe second bridge. Oh, come on, Bluetooth. Water don't work so well. Let's try to turn it into a big billboard. It's getting busy now. Look at all the cars. Run them away. Yeah, we'll just go on the wrong side of the road. Oh my god. Another sharp turn. Meow. Oh. That was as much as I loaded in. I can't go any further. That'll do. Save. Whew. All done.